Right, this is just a very quick walk around video for a Toyota IQ. This is a 1 litre car, 2010 registered with 54,000 miles, finished in this really lovely metallic blue. It looks fabulous on the car, and the car's in very, very nice condition. Only a few kamikaze flies on the front there which seem reluctant to come off. It's a good scrub, we'll get rid of those. Bonnet is very clean, just the odd minor stone chip, but very, very minor indeed, certainly for a 7-year-old car. The whole thing is in really lovely condition. Near side of the vehicle, absolutely no dents at all on there. Front wing and bumper corner, clean as a whistle. Front alloy, absolutely unmarked. And the Bridgestone tyre there. And then the panel bit down this side, absolutely as clean as a whistle, really, really is. And then another Bridgestone at the back here, alloy again, absolutely unmarked. Coming around the back, car's equipped with parking sensors, which seems almost ludicrous to me, seeing how small the car is and how easy it is to park, but there we are, they're on there and they work. But the back of the car, as with the rest of it, absolutely stunning. And then off side of the vehicle, as with the near side, dent free, mark free, as clean as a whistle again. And then rear alloy on the side, again unmarked. Bridgestone again, it's got a full set of Bridgestone. I should have just said that instead of saying it individually. There we go. And then just to come around the final panel work, and front wheel again, an alloy completely unmarked. So we're looking at externally a car that's in absolutely fantastic condition. So coming inside now, driver's door card, again very, very clean and tidy. Original Toyota mats are in there as well. This car's not even been cleaned, it's just been, that's how the chap part exchanged and kept it. This is the condition that it came to us in. And then passenger seat on that side, again, can't see any obvious marks in there at all. You can see that in there, we've got the, oops, pardon me, owner's manual pack is in there as well. And in the little cubby hole here, we've got the little wallet rather, we've got the lock and wheel nut set for the vehicle as well. Sat inside the car now, and engine's running as it has been all the way through. Dashboard is in fantastic condition, it really is. Really nice, very well built, but been kept really, really nicely. Sort of various leads and all sorts, because I'm an old man, I don't really know what half this stuff does. Sort of USB leads, and then your sort of radio controls are up here. And display, hopefully, oops, go back to there. You see there, 54,121 miles currently recorded. Absolutely no warning lights on the dashboard at all. I'll just take the handbrake off just to show you. That's nothing to do with the brakes. All in perfect order. And the engine is running, as you can see. But really has been kept really very, very nicely, this car. What will follow now after this video will be a road test of this very car. Right then, this is a quick road test video, and this is for a Toyota IQ. It's a 1 litre car, registered WG10WBT. Mileage at the start of this road test is 54,121 miles. The reason we do the videos is so you can see the cars in operation prior to coming to see us. That way, if there's any issues with the vehicle, I can and I do relay them back to you. That's the point of the video. We've been on the receiving end of going to see cars only to find out that there's a fundamental problem with the car, which we should have been told about and haven't been, and it can be hugely frustrating and a complete waste of time. And I've done on many of my previous videos, if there's something not right with the car, I do tell you. Also worth pointing out, the road test is done on exactly the same very quiet country roads just outside our premises, so I'd hope it would be representative of what you all feel yourself if you're interested in buying the car and subsequently driving it. Just a very brief background to this car. This car came in on part exchange yesterday. Chaps looked after it wonderfully well. It's been serviced, from recollection, I think 10 times, including the service we've just done on the car. And it feels like it's as tight as a drum, it really is. Engine starts absolutely instantly, even though we've changed the engine oil and filter. The oil itself was very clean indeed. There was no, it was just, it looked like it was fresh in the car, but literally wasn't. hardly needed doing, but it was done anyway. But it starts, it pulls really nicely. There's no warning lights on the dashboard relating to the engine or any other part of the car either. Engine then feeds through clutch and into gearbox. The clutch is light, positive, bite pointer is exactly where it wants to be on the car, and it bites very, very well indeed. And there's no sort of squeaks or clicks to the clutch pedal. It all feels very, very nice indeed. Gearbox in the vehicle, very slick, very tight. There's no play in it at all that I can feel. No vibrations coming through, clutch in or out, there's no strange noises. Every gear engages absolutely beautifully. It's got a very nice action to it as well, which is it's very positive, very easy to use, but it's not kind of vague and light either, which I personally detest in cars. So in terms of clutch, engine and gearbox, can't fault it in all honesty. Absolutely fantastic. Also got a real sort of get up and go about them as well, which is really nice. Steering of the car, again, can't feel any wear in it at all. There's no vibrations coming back through the steering wheel of the vehicle. Tracks really nicely as well. It's not sort of wandering around all over the road. It tracks in a straight line. Whoops, go over the bump. Very, very nicely indeed, but there's no vibrations coming through either, but it feels tight and it feels taut. Likewise, the suspension of the vehicle, you'll hear it going over bumps, which you're meant to do quite clearly. There's one coming up now, there you go. But there's no kind of those horrible metallic noises that you sometimes get on cars where a bit of looseness in the chassis and in the suspension joints, but this one's very, very crisp and tight, and it actually drives really well. It's only the second one of these I've ever driven. My uncle had one, and I only drove that very briefly, but surprises me by it's quiet, it's refined, it's smooth riding, but it's really zippy, and it's really, really good fun to drive. But in terms of kind of the mechanical issues, which is what I'm looking for on the car, I can't find anything on the vehicle at all mechanically, sort of engine, chassis or steering. Just going to give the brakes a bit of a shove. Yeah, it's a nice solid brake pedal. There's no kind of grinding noises or pulsing or vibrations coming back through the brake pedal at all. I checked underneath and everything seemed in very good order underneath there, so it comes as no great surprise in all honesty. But it's nice when you hit the brake pedal, the nose dives down straight and true. This doesn't kind of pull left, right or otherwise either. Looking inside the vehicle, again, all in very, very nice condition in here, as you'll know from the walk around video. What the walk around video can't quite impart really is it just feels what it is, so it's got Toyota build quality. It's very well made. There's no squeaks, buzz, rattles in operation. It drives very much like a much bigger car, in all honesty. It's got that feeling of solidity on the road, which is really nice. It doesn't feel like a little city car with tinny and buzzy. It's got a very, very nice feel to it. Looking around inside, I've checked all the functions, everything's working exactly as it should. The air conditioning's pumping out lovely and cold. There's a dashboard, it's all really nicely done. Switch gear's all very good as well. But everything that you've, the electric windows, wind mirrors are all working perfectly. Radio, it's as I said, it's been very well looked after, so it doesn't come as any great surprise. In all honesty, normally the videos go on a bit longer than this. There's no reason to on this one. There's no issues on it at all that I can find. Clearly, obviously, if I've missed anything on the video, please don't hesitate, do give us a call. But if you're coming to see and hopefully buy the car, it's a very genuine car and it's in lovely condition and drives absolutely brilliantly.